tank of gas? Does he boots on the wood, let the whiskey pass? I ain't preaching from a pulpit, I'm talking from the sky.
Welcome, everybody, once again to the FAFO Podcast. Appreciate you guys and gals tuning in. And boy, we have a wonderful guest tonight. And I got to tell you, I love people's journeys. Y'all know me by now. You know, most of the things I really enjoy is people, where they come from, getting their stories and finding out what motivates them. And tonight's guest is a sixth-generation Texan. And I'm looking forward to that because I was born and raised a Texan myself. It's always lovely to talk to another one. But I have a question for you. Have you ever convinced yourself that it's simply too late to chase your dream? I know many of us have. Our guest today is living proof that it's never too late to start writing your next chapter. Linda Kennedy spent more than 40 years restoring furniture as an upholsterer before finally pursuing the dream she had carried since childhood, becoming a published author. Today, her historical romance novels celebrate courage, perseverance, faith, and second chances. She's a sixth-generation Texan, as I said, a storyteller with a heart for history, and someone whose journey reminds us that some dreams simply refuse to die. Please welcome my guest today, Linda Kennedy. Welcome, Linda. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's great to have you here. And I got to say, being a Texan, from one Texan to another, welcome. It's good to have you. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
So this childhood dream of yours, we'll get into everything leading up to it. But why was writing the childhood dream?
I've always been a historian. Always. Everything I could read about history, I read. So, and then I started putting it down on paper. And I had notebooks full of stuff I'd written. And finally, one of my customers said, "You've got to start putting this down on a computer somewhere." And I said, "I don't know how to work a computer." And she said, "You got to be kidding me." She goes, "You run your own business for 25 years. You've got two daughters that run businesses and you can't run a computer." She goes, "Get your act together." I'm going, okay. So anyway, I did. And within about 2 years, I had a novel written, a historical romance. So I had 3 of them written in yellow notebooks, and I kind of combined them all together and had a book. So, and then I didn't know what the hell to do with it. So
there you go.
So I figured that out too. So I self-published one and did it and had a book. So
I love that story, though, because it's so true, especially for those of us who are older and who grew up writing, but we didn't have all the fancy stuff that you can do nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, there's such an advantage now as compared to growing up, and you had to put it in the paper.
Yeah, because sending a book into a traditional publisher is a joke. So you kind of got to self-publish it and then figure out where to go from there. And I'm learning fast, and you really need a literary agent to figure that part out. And then I finally found one on my 3rd book, and unfortunately he died during COVID after he got a contract, and that all went away, so we started again. So
that's terrible.
So I'm getting older and older, and this is just so anyway. But my grandmother lived to 94, my mother lived to 91. So I'm going, I figure I got a few years left. I'll figure it out sooner or later. So anyway.
But that's beautiful. I mean, you should. I personal train clients, and I don't do it as a job anymore. I do it because some people I know need my help, and one of them's 82 years old, and she said her parents lived to be 90 in their 90s. She's like, "I haven't got time to die right now." So I'm like, well, okay, that's a
there
great
is
way.
No time to die. So gotta keep going.
You do have to keep going. And what you just said is it is tough to, like, I haven't even been able to find a literary agent yet. I've published a lot of books so far, but it's just because I know how to self-publish now. How hard was it to find that literary agent to begin with?
Well, I found one, and he came out of nowhere. And then I found another one, and he came out of nowhere saying, "Can I publish your books?" And I'm going, "Oh, yeah." So he got everything done, and he said, we got to republish them under your name. And I already had one published under my name, so that wasn't a problem. The other two I had to republish under my name to get them out from another publisher's name. He said, we got to do that. He said, I can't market them to a literary god. My name is my mouth and my brain aren't working.
You're fine.
To publishing companies unless they're under your name. So we had to do that, and I got that done. And he said, now they're under your name. We can go out forth and sell them. And I'm going, okay. So we got that done. I got my own website and that kind of stuff. So he goes, now we can get, and then he said, now we need to do podcasts and make sure you're not AI and make sure people see you. I'm going, people may not want to see me. So
no, they do. And that's the best thing about podcasting.
Yes,
so go out and meet so many new people and learn their stories. And I do think it's one of the best things for authors to be out here and letting people meet your personality, because you've got a personality, which is always fun. It's a little frightening sometimes, I think.
Well, and as you can see, Southwest is everything. I mean, the rug behind me is over 100 years old. That was my great-grandparents. So, that was a gift from my grandfather to my great-grandparents in 1921 when he married my grandmother. So,
oh, my Lord.
Yeah. And I got what? Oh, yeah. That Lone Star Lady is my second book, and it's all about family stuff and family stories and all kinds of stuff. And that was Lone Star Lady. So,
nice.
It was all family stories all tied together with a fictional lady, and I'm going, okay, that works. So
that's great.
So,
I love that you have all the heritage.
So my family started out in Ashtola, Texas, with my great grandfather had a ranch down there by the 4 Sixes. So
oh wow,
had a great big ranch till he got cut on a barbed wire fence and died of tetanus. So
and there's the tragedy.
I'm going, well, that didn't work. I'm going, all that Yellowstone story. I'm going, my family was back in Texas doing that. So
that's funny. Oh, it's wild though.
Yeah.
So why did you get into the upholstery part of your life, and how did that come about? Or did you spend the majority of your life doing that?
My mother and father had rent houses, and so when I was about 20, I started taking furniture apart and upholstering for them, and I've done it for 54 years. I'm still doing it because I said retire, and my customers are going, oh, no, just one more. I'm going, one turned into 6, and I'm going, oh, sheesh, I'm never going to get to stop. So I'm still doing it. I'm one of the few people in Amarillo that still does hair on hide stuff. So
wow.
Yeah. So I'm going, well, one day I'm going to retire, probably when I die. So
well, it's tough when you're good at what you do and people recognize it and still want you to do it.
Yeah. So I write from about midnight to 4. I'm going, that's my free time. So, and the phone doesn't ring. So anyway, that's my world. So the Southwest stuff is everywhere around my house. And I've got pots and all kinds of stuff everywhere. And then Mayan Moon was written because I like Aztec and Mayan stuff and all that kind of stuff. So my weird lady she's kind of a witch. So
I love that.
Yeah, she kind of
got the book out.
Yeah, she ran from Texas to get away from a man that wouldn't take no for an answer after he beat her half to death to tell her how much he loved her. You know, some men just can't take no for an answer. So, so she ran all the way to past Mexico into Central America, and she likes snakes and all kinds of stuff. And she met up with saved a Mayan chieftain's son, and she's kind of a witch. So they revere her because she's got blonde hair, and they kind of always think those people are gods, and she kind of turned into one. So you'll like that one. It's very weird.
Sounds good. I love the premise of that whole thing right there, because that is a true statement. You know, people did refer to those as magical beings.
Yeah, That's why the Aztec fell, is because he walked in there with that red hair and took over because they thought he was a god. And of course, he took them all down because he wanted their gold. So, who was it? Cortez, or I can't remember who it was. But anyway, yeah.
Still, that is good stuff. And I love the setting of where, when you're coming up with your settings, is it based on the stuff that you know and have seen?
Lone Star Lady's based on all kinds of family stuff. Mine Moon was based on whatever the hell I could come up with. So,
hey, look, that's good though.
yeah, I like the Mayans and their temples and their pyramids and that kind of stuff. So I just kind of just went with it, and she was still running from the guy who beat her up and wouldn't let her go. And he chased her all the way down to Central America. So I had to find a really neat way to kill him. So I let one of the Mayan chieftains do it. It's really cool. So,
so how much fun is it for you to come up with the stories and the things that happen within them?
Oh, that is just so cool. I like to interconnect everything and make it all. And then I come back and I'm going, oh, she could have done that and made this and did this. And I'm going, oh, that's just so cool. So, and then I get to do caimans and snakes and all kinds of stuff because I like all that kind of stuff, and totally grosses my daughter out. So, so, and then all of it intertwines and connects, and she gets a love of her life and all that. You know, it works for me. So, so.
Yeah, well, that's cool. So, what is your writing process like when you come up with a story? What is that like?
Totally weird. So, Lone Star Lady started with the cover with her walking down the stairs with a derringer in her gown to shoot her stepfather to get her sisters back. And that was the middle of the book. So I went forward and back. So I have no system at all. So it just... So, no. And the fallen woman started with the night she married, finding out she'd been beaten by somebody. I'm going, I have no system at all. So it's just kind of how it starts, and it may start at the end and I go backwards. It's totally wrong, but it works for me. So, and I've got 3 more on the computer and one that's almost ready to be published. And my daughter's going, huh?
What?
And yeah. So she's going, how do you do this? And I'm going, I haven't the foggiest idea. So.
Well, I love that though, because every author I've met has a different kind of process. Like there's no standard way to do it like they were trying to teach you at school when we were younger.
Yeah,
like,
you need to do this and you need to have an outline and all this kind of stuff. I'm going, no. So that doesn't work for me. So,
yeah, and that's cool though. That's why I love talking to other authors, because that's fascinating. I tried doing it like you did, and I stayed stuck for about 14 years.
Yeah. And I'm going, that doesn't work for me. So we're going to do it this way. And if it doesn't work for you, then okay.
That's right. You find your process, you find your way to do it.
Yeah. And then I may get bored with one book and go work on another one for a while. And my literary agent going, how do you do that? I'm going, no clue. So.
But in your mind, it works just fine because your mind processes it.
Yeah. If I get bored with one, and one of my readers called me and she goes, have you got another book out yet? She goes, I'm getting bored. I'm going, well, I'm trying. I haven't got it ready yet.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So let me ask you this then. What was it like the first time somebody read your book outside your family and friends? Because they usually always will give you a certain kind of answer. But when somebody who's just a stranger has read your book and they tell you how much they loved your book, what is that like for you?
The reviews on Amazon were just like, I was like totally blown away. I'm going, holy crap, somebody really likes this. And they don't know me. And I'm going, I really like that. So yeah, and and yeah, that was totally, and to have somebody not critique it and say it's bad, it's awful, and really like it, I'm going, okay, this works for me. So
And that's one of the things too. You mentioned the traditional publishers from earlier, and that's that right there. I used to think that's what I had to do was get one of those guys to publish my book because I couldn't be an author unless they did it. And then you realize with any kind of research that, you know what, they're not doing anything more than what I can do out here on my own. Except when I do it on my own, I can at least dictate how my story goes. I
yeah,
don't have to wait 3 years before they move on the book because it's a pretty long waiting period with a traditional publisher.
if you can just get somebody to see your books and get them sold, that's all
That's
I'm trying to do is get them read and get them sold.
Yeah, I interviewed a PR lady the other day, and she gave me some good pointers. And then and another guy who is in the marketing, and he gave me some good pointers. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this, and we're about to run an experiment to see how well it works, because you do want your books to get in front of many people as you can.
Yeah.
That's the thing, but it certainly that's after your book is published is when the work truly begins. Did you understand that at first? Like, all right, the real work begins on getting it out there. I've written it, but oh Lord, here's this other thing that we have.
Yeah. Now the hard work begins.
It's true. So, have you ever done many book signings?
I have not. My books now are in Barnes and Noble and that kind of stuff, but I have not done a book signing. I'm yeah, I don't know. So
That's good that they're in Barnes and Noble. Your literary agent hooked you up with that.
yeah, they got me in with. They're starting to get me in with that stuff and with some other bookstores, and so we're getting there, but I have not done book signings yet. So I guess that's the next thing.
Oh
So
yeah, those are so much fun. You will thoroughly enjoy doing a book signing.
oh, I'm
Even,
scared enough of doing this. So
oh, because here's what's funny is like my first book signing, I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect here, and then you're meeting all these strangers, and you're hoping they like your stuff, and you're hoping they'll come out and buy one, or maybe they've read it and they want to meet you, and
okay,
it's a little weird, but it's really awesome at the same time.
okay,
And it's one of those things because those people are coming out to support you and to see what you have to offer, like the lady you talked about asking about your new book, and getting to have those conversations once you do one. I would love to hear back from you after you've done one of these for sure, just to see what that experience is like for you.
okay.
And like those, you have those little mom and pop bookstores
Yeah.
or gift shops and things are the perfect places to do them.
Well, I've had people ask me if I wanted to do something like that, and I just haven't done it, or if I wanted to do a book club thing, and I
Mhm.
just haven't done it.
Yeah,
So,
some of those are fun, and some of those you have to watch out for because there are a lot of scammers out there. Me and the PR lady talked about that too. Like, there's a ton of scammers.
yeah,
Ever. They're out just trying to get your money. Send me $1,500, and this is what we're going to do for you. Like, okay,
yeah. I get 10 phone calls a day wanting, or 10 emails a day wanting God knows what for what. And I'm going, oh, good Lord. And that's the nice thing about having this book company is he said, send me everything and let me look at it before you do anything. I'm going, okay, that works for me. So,
it takes a load off, takes a burden
yeah,
off for sure.
yeah. And then he goes through and says, no, no. I'm going, okay, all right.
Yeah, because it is easy to get excited when somebody tries to offer you something that sounds almost too good to be true sometimes.
Yeah, and it is. So, and then I've got people going, we want to do a movie or this and that. And I'm going, oh no. So you only need to do a $4,500 film script. I'm going, No. So
No, like if this was real, it would be the other way around.
the other way around, I'm thinking, because I don't know anything about that. So, and I'd love to have a film made out of one of my books. Wouldn't that be great?
It
So,
would be, and it is true. It would be great, but boy, I wrote
yeah.
a screenplay for a company out in Hollywood one time. They loved it. I never heard anything back, and they suddenly disappeared.
Isn't that wonderful? So,
Mhm. Yeah. Fortunately, it didn't cost me any money, but it did cost me all my time. But it was a valuable lesson for sure.
I wouldn't have the foggiest idea how to do a film script. I
Nice.
barely know how to do a book. So,
Well, film writing is script writing is a little bit different. It's not as hard as writing a novel.
okay.
It's a lot easier, actually.
Really?
It is.
Okay. Well,
100% it is.
I'll take
You
your
write
word
90
for it.
pages, single sentence lines. You don't have to come up with flowing poetry. You don't have to come up with any of that when you're writing a screenplay.
Okay.
It's the
Well,
wildest thing. I think you're on your right path, though, with what you're doing. It sounds like to me.
well, they got a web page for me and all that kind of stuff, and so and little videos for each one of the books. So I was very impressed. So I'm going. They did a whole lot of work that I didn't know how to do. So
And that is good to having those people who can do that for you and come
yeah,
in and help you out in those places that you're not real sure of. Because
yeah,
your Bookhaven, is that who has?
yeah. It's Bookhaven, and then I've got a web page that's lindakennedybooks.com.
Well,
So and it
Bookhaven is
tells
down
you
in
where to
Jackson,
go to buy
Mississippi.
them. I'm sorry, what?
I'm
They're in
sorry.
Mississippi. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I live at now, North Mississippi.
Okay.
That
So
is so
you
fun.
got a twang too. So
I do. It's just, it's just what it is. No, your website's nice. You did a good job with this. I love your book covers too.
so my daughter says don't get too twangy. So
Look, here it's allowed. It's allowed. So what else do you have coming up on your horizon as far as your future? We talked about your books and stuff a little bit, but I know you got grandkids.
I've got grandkids. I've got 5 grandkids, and I got another book ready to come out in another few months. So, and I got 3 more on my computer. So, and my daughter's going, oh hell. So,
At least you sounds like you got a pretty supportive family, though.
yeah, they haven't thrown me out of the house yet. So,
Well, you got one helping you set up the podcast tonight, getting on here. That's good.
yeah, I'm doing podcasts. So, if I don't screw them up too bad, maybe things will get better. So,
Nah,
I'll sell some
and
more
the more
books.
you do, the better you get. Here, the key is don't ever take it too seriously. Once you let go of that stuff, it's gravy. There's no
Okay.
problem after that. So I was when your daughter was helping you set this up, I was sitting there thinking about how supportive truly has your family been on this journey for you, your
Well,
writing journey.
my daughter helps me with all the computer stuff because I'm not too good at all of this. So I write them. She helps me send them all in and get them all done. And then that stuff. My grandson looks at all this stuff and goes, So, and my sister reads the first draft of everything and tells me, okay, you need to do this, fix this, all this. My very first book, Fallen Woman, I did. And she goes, okay, you did this. And I killed off the main character. And she got my sister and my sister-in-law still haven't forgiven me for that. So she goes, so I will never, ever do that again. And, and they've never, she's going, never, ever do that again. She goes, she killed him.
That is awesome.
I'm going, okay, I'll never, ever do that again. And so she goes, you need to add some more to this, do this, do this. And then so I correct everything before I send it into for the final the setting. And so she's always my biggest critic. And so I'm going, okay. So she's looking at the next one coming out, which is Charlotte and the Elder's Daughter. And because I'm going, I think I had a little bit too much sex in it, so I backed it off a little bit. So, and I never ever use the F word in any of my books. So, because I
Well,
think
it's good.
I don't like that. So anyway,
It is. That's why I'm pretty mindful when I write. Depends on what I'm writing, and the only time I ever drop anything that's harsh is if the character has earned the right to drop, and the story says this.
yeah.
Here. Otherwise, like the other book that I wrote over here the whole thing has one word in it.
Well, I may cuss in them, but I don't use that one. So.
Well, that was a big one. That's why I come on this podcast with the way this podcast is named.
Well, I think it gets overused a lot. So.
Well, it is. I'm like, the name of the podcast itself isn't about the word and the usage of the word.
Yeah.
It's a thing about live saying, you have to have that space where it doesn't matter what you say or who you talk to. You should have a space where you can say whatever you want.
Well.
And talk about what you want. So that's how the podcast is really born.
My children say if Nana's using the F word, we are in deep trouble. So
that means they just stepped over one right there.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
That is bad wrong. So.
All right. So what's your website name? How can people find your website?
Okay. My website is LindaKennedyBooks.com.
LindaKennedyBooks.com.
It's really
easy. That's the easy one.
Yep.
Yep, that's an easy one.
And it got all my books, and it's got little videos with it to show each book. So
cool. And you got your contact information is there.
Yep. It takes them straight to Amazon, shows them how to buy them, everything.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. Well, congratulations to you. I am so happy to be able to talk to you, and so happy you pursued your dreams. I think that's awesome.
Okay, thank you.
You just keep after
it. Your stuff.
Oh, thank you. It's always a grind, but you gotta enjoy it. Gotta enjoy it. We appreciate your time so much tonight, Linda. And if you ever have any questions or anything, or just whatever, or you want to come back when the books gets released, I would love to have you back on here.
Well, thank you.
You can certainly talk some more.
Okay.
And anytime you just want practice, you just need somebody to talk to, hop on here. We'll talk about whatever you want. We're good. We can do whatever we want to.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. You have a lovely evening, and thank you so very much for being here.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Linda Kennedy, everybody. Go check her out. Wow. Yeah. That's LindaKennedyBooks.com. Go check it out. Go check out her books. She has some good-looking books right there. I love her story, though. I love the journey. I love being able to, that somebody has done upholstery the whole life, but always want to be a writer, and here it is. And what does that tell you? That tells you it's never too late to pursue the dream that you want. Go do it. It doesn't have to be writing. It can be anything. The fact of the matter is, you just can't let life tell you no. It's your life. Do what feels right and do what you want to do to set your life on the course you want it to be on. Guys, you've been listening to the FAFO Podcast. Facts, truth, no BS. Let's effing go. I'll see you guys next time. All right, Linda. Thank you so much for being here tonight and doing this for me. I hope it wasn't too painful.
Oh, it wasn't. It was very nice. Thank you.
You are very welcome. But you take care of yourself, and I'm going to go check your books out.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And tell your daughter I said thank you so much for getting you hooked up with this. I do appreciate that. And I meant that. You have anything new coming out when your new book comes out? Let me know. I'll get you on here, and we'll talk again and help you promote your book.
Okay.
Be more than happy to.
Okay.
All right. You have a lovely and safe evening.
We're going to go eat supper somewhere.
Oh, my God. It sounds good.
Green Chili Willy's.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome.
Oh, it is. It's excellent. And they have fried pecan pie.
Oh, my Lord. I'm trying to lose weight. You're trying to get me thickened up right here as we talk online.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Oh, my goodness. Now I'm just hungry. You have a pleasant night. It was great talking to you, Linda.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Four on the floor, have a tank of gas. Dusty boots on the wood, let the whiskey pass. I ain't preaching preaching from a pulpit, I'm talking from the scar. You can dress up a lie, but it won't get far. They call it toxic.